Coming up on MHS1,
we take a look into our spirit squad.
we get to know some of our MHS alumni.
And we see the sights and sounds of fall ball.
And that's all coming up on MHS1.
Good morning, McKinney High School. Today is Friday, October 1st. I'm Reagan Short.
And I'm Braxton Anders, and you're watching MHS1. For more than 27 years, Headhunters have been around at McKinney High School. Emma Hallman, Haley Hester, and ourselves show you the history of our spirit squad.
At McKinney High, the Headhunters are more than a spirit squad. They are an institution that has lasted in our school for 27 years and counting. Since 1994, Headhunters have been bringing the heat, but where they started is vastly different from where they are now.
The 7 of us that were doing it, my best friend Paul and then a bunch of others, the whole thing was one big adventure to us, and that's really what it was. So to me it was exciting because it had never been done. We actually didn't think it would last past the year, and so it's funny to look back and go, you know, 20, 25 years later, they're still doing Headhunters. When it really just started out with 7 guys holding a bunch of heads in the stands, just being fun. So,
words that pop into my mind when I think of the Headhunters are energetic, fun, loud, and school spirit.
So what I like about this year's group is I've got a lot of people that are willing to stunt and willing to try new and inventive things. What I want to see in the Headhunters of the future, I want to continue building it up, making it better than when I started into it, kind of getting it, continue to stay more organized, continue to try being inventive and try new things.
I love our sense of family that we have because it is a limited group. It's only 10 people, but we are all very close, even if we didn't know each other beforehand, whether it be with just juniors or just the seniors. We all blend, and I think that's the best part about our dynamic.
This has been Braxton Anders, Haley Hester, Emma Holman, and Reagan Short reporting for MHS1.
Baseball is right around the corner, but that's not the only time our team plays. Ava Grajeda takes us to watch our McKinney High Lions prepare for their big season ahead.
Even after graduation, some of our MHS alumni still find a way to be a part of our community. Jamie McGowan and Luke Baer bring us our former Lions doing their part.
McKinney High School has been open for more than 100 years. On this episode of MHS Alumni, we interviewed Linda Marshall and Bethany Moxigimba and asked them about their high school experiences.
I own the Palace Barbershop. I'm a barber.
We asked Linda what her graduating class was.
I graduated in 1977.
We asked Linda if she had the chance, would she go back to high school?
No, never.
Why?
I just like where I'm at now. Why would I want to go back? When I was in beauty school, that's why I took cosmetology. It just was a fun time. 2 years I was there. Miss Pilkington was an awesome instructor.
Now we go back to McKinney High School and talk to Bethany Moxie Gimba.
I teach technical theater and musical theater. I graduated with a hospitality degree instead, so I was working in like hotels and tourism, and I just found my way back to education. My favorite things we did was my senior year, we did Pajama Game, and it was like a classic show that not a lot of people had heard about, and I think that was one of my favorite things because people got to see that old shows doesn't necessarily mean bad shows. Just because we're not doing Wicked doesn't mean that it's a bad show. I kind of just figured I would find wherever had an opening that I would teach at. I thought my theater teacher would be here forever. So it was kind of shocking to me when I found my way back here, but I'm loving it.
Next time on MHS Alumni, we ask a middle school teacher about his high school experiences. This has been Jimmy McGowan, Luke Bear, and Aiden Lewis signing off for MHS1.
MHS1 presents How to Make Friends at McKinney High School. I'm your host, Fernando Garcia, and today I will show you the do's and don'ts of making friends at McKinney High School. Number 1, when greeting somebody, you should approach them with a hug or a handshake. Do not tackle your possible new friend, or you will get beat up. Number 2, when approaching someone, you should be friendly and approachable. Do not be angry and yell, or you'll get beat up, especially if he's a big guy. And finally, number 3, if you see someone else around the school, you should engage in small talk. Do not stalk him like a cartoon creep, or you'll get beat up. Now for a recap, do greet someone with a hug and a handshake. Do be friendly and approachable. And lastly, do engage in small talk. If you follow these 3 easy do's and don'ts, then you probably will not get beat up and maybe gain some new friends.
Now here's Brylan Schrock with our sports update.
Thanks, Reagan. The football team fell to Guyer last week with a score of 26-44 and has a bye week this week. They'll play Prosper next week at 7 p.m. at Prosper Stadium. Make sure to come out in your best Hawaiian attire. Slim fought their hardest in their meet on Wednesday against Boyd and has another meet against Frisco October 7th at 5 p.m. at the Frisco Natatorium. Tennis team won their match on Tuesday 11-2 after a lightning strike into the match against Little Elm early. Volleyball won their game on Tuesday against Little Elm with a score of 3-0 and plays Denton Broswell tonight here at home at 5:30 p.m. Volleyball will also play Denton Guyer next Tuesday, the 5th, at Denton Guyer at 6:30. And finally, Fernando Garcia and myself bring you a tennis promo to get us ready for tennis playoffs that start next week.
La 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 la, wait till I give my money right. One more ride, one more race, we go all out, we don't play. One more ride, one more way, we don't slow down, ain't no breaks. I'ma go off, I'ma ride till the night, it don't matter what we face. I'ma go off, I gotta go now.
Thanks, Brylan. Well, that's all we have for you today. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Mainstream News and on Instagram at MHS Mainstream. And remember,
if it's news
and it's at McKinney High School, it's
MHS1.